I'm Plummy, and in this episode for ADK, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of a group that I'm really happy that is actually doing pretty good from the beginning, that being Omega X and their new song, What's Going On. And if you haven't checked out my previous reaction to Omega X, you definitely should, because I really enjoyed their debut song, Vamos, and it really blew me away that despite the fact that I had already essentially heard the main hook of this song because they did use it in their debut trailer, it still managed to surprise me in some ways and still be interesting to me despite essentially me hearing the best part of it. So I'm really curious to see how good this song is going to be like. But yeah, I'm really happy to see that Omega X is actually starting off good, because if you don't know Omega X and what they are, essentially, they are kind of like what those produced groups were, but for Nugus, like complete Nugus. It's like an amalgamation of different members from different unknown K-pop groups, some of which that I genuinely really like One Team, being put together, and this essentially being their last chance at being some level of successful in the K-pop industry. And that right off the bat sets off a very sad sentiment whenever I'm thinking about this group or listening to their music. So I was really glad to hear that their debut album, which featured Vamos, which at some point soon I'm gonna react to it. I promise, I'm just not sure exactly when it's gonna happen. Although, if you want to see it sooner rather than later, definitely comment down below so I know there is a demand for a reaction to Omega X's B-sides. But I'm really happy that their debut album has sold a decent amount for a debut, 25,000 albums. I'm not sure whether it's on Goin or Hantio that those albums are being sold, because there is a difference. If it's on Goin, it means that many have been essentially given to shops or sent to shops, while with Hantio, I think it's actual sales, but yeah, I don't know. Still, I'm really excited to check out this song. I really hope I really enjoy it. But there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into what's going on in 3, 2, 1. And also, people seem to have genuinely enjoyed their debut song, Vamos. So that's good. Okay, interesting beginning. Ooh. Oh, I'm liking the melody already. That's some catchy beat, man. So far, I still feel like Vamos is better, but this is actually pretty good. I just really like that beat. It's so good. Ooh, they look amazing in this one. I think the visuals in this one are much better than Vamos. Oh. I really like the melodic parts of this song, man. They're so good. I feel like this song is gonna be a grower. Holy shit, that drop! Man, these guys with the red hair really gives the same, very similar vibe to Taeyeon from Entity. Man, their dancing is crazy. Okay. I'm really glad that at the end there, it really managed to latch onto me. Because I was hoping and praying that the end of the song was going to complete it. Because for most of the song's length, I was like, okay, this is catchy, I like it, it's enjoyable, but it doesn't have quite the same impact as their debut song, which I still, at this point in time, still think that Vamos is a little better, because it's a little more, it has a little bit more of a replayability to it, I feel like, right now, and it just feels like more catchy overall. But honestly, this is a solid follow-up to that one. It's different, but it still feels like an Omega X song, and it still has their energy. I just feel like it doesn't quite have the same impact. But again, I think this is gonna be hell of a grower of a song, because those melodic parts of the song really, really latched onto me as soon as I heard them, and especially that end part where it kind of all exploded with the drop and everything. It really latched onto me. The only parts that were a little weaker, or at least not quite as impactful as they were in their debut song Vamos, was the rap parts. But as it stands to be, as it is usually with these kind of songs, the rap verses end up growing on me, because they do need a little bit... but as it tends to be with these kind of songs, it gets better after a few more listens. The rap parts end up growing on me a little bit more. It's just that the vocals were easier to digest on first listen. And maybe even as soon as the second listen happens, which we're going to do in a second, I'm probably going to be already into it much more. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I definitely think that this song has potential, though. So there's that. And it also might be the case that for Vamos, obviously I had already heard a little bit of the song long before they actually released the song, because they did use it in their debut trailer. But also, it was really good that the song managed to find some ways to impress me, despite the fact that I had heard the best part of it, as I said earlier. So that also might play a part into why I felt like more impacted by Vamos than I was with this. But it was actually pretty good. And I think if I am into it even more on the second listen now, I think that pretty much solidifies Omega X as my one of my top boy groups. Easily. Because usually for me, if I like a group's comebacks, at least like 2 or 3 of their title tracks, they are up on my favorite list. Now, that would make it the 6th favorite boy group, which I think it's fair, because they're still early in their career. Maybe they'll make some more songs and they'll climb up in my ranking for boy groups, but I think they're definitely on their way to my favorite boy group list. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. Oh yes. I really like the beat right off the bat. Oh, these rap parts are gonna so grow on me. It's insane. I'm already in love, man. Yep, this group is up there, officially. Honestly, at first I felt that this chorus part was a little underwhelming, but we do get that drop at the end there. This is kind of like an anti-drop here, because it doesn't drop here, but it drops at the end. I like that. I like this guy. I think he might be my bias. Man, they really have the attitude. I love it. If they keep releasing this good music, I think they're gonna become very popular. Oh, this guy looks like V from BTS. For a second there, he really gave me the same kind of vibe that I used to get from V. I like that. Man, I like this group so much, man. Honestly, no offense to Super M, but these guys feel more like the Avengers of K-pop than Super M ever felt. I love this drop here. I love how their continuous choruses and really cool choreography is becoming a signature for them. Oh man. I don't know if this is honestly like an album with B-sides or whatever, but man, I really want to check out some of their B-sides. Because this, like, the title track sounds so good. If their B-sides are just as good, they will instantly climb to number 3 favorite boy group, honestly. Damn, I love this. I love this so much. Even on the second listen, it already feels like what I wanted it to feel like after the first listen. That means that with even like a few more listens, it's gonna be one of the best songs of the year. And that genuinely might be the case. I think this with this group, I'm gonna have another case of I can't decide which one of these really two amazing songs I want to pick for the ranking for this group in my top 20 K-pop songs of 2021. Because for those of you who don't know, that is something that I'm gonna be doing at the end of this year in December. I did one for the 31st of December of 2020, and I did one for 2019 as well, so you can check those videos out. But just like with Dreamcatcher and their song Odai and Because, and 80s' Fireworks and Deja Vu, and in this case with Omega X's What's Going On and Vamos, I'm gonna have a real hard time deciding which one of the two songs I wanna put as the song, their best song of the year, because I also have a rule that in those rankings I can only include one song per group, because otherwise those rankings would essentially be swamped by Stray Kids, ATEEZ, ITZY, MCND, yada yada yada. You get what I mean. So this one is gonna be another case of I can't decide between the two songs, because I really like Vamos. I think it's a really good song, and especially for a debut, it's fucking amazing. But this one is honestly even better. Like, I love it. I love the melodic parts in this one. I feel like Vamos kind of lacked a little bit of the melodic side of things to tie all the verses together and everything. So I really like that about this song. I'm not exactly sure whether it's gonna have the replayability of Vamos, but I think it might. I think it might. But for that, I'll have to listen to it a little bit more to decide. But so far, I'm so blown away by this. This was just as powerful and intense, and it feels like Omega X, and I love it. I'm loving how much I'm loving this group. Like, it's crazy. I really hope these guys get their success, because they fucking deserve it, man. They're fucking talented. But yeah, as I said earlier, if you want to see me react to B-sides by Omega X, tell me in the comments below whether this actually has any B-sides or not. Or just comment in general whether you want to see me react to Omega X B-sides, so I know there is a demand for a reaction like that. Because otherwise, I'm going to react to it eventually, but I don't know when. Right now, my current plan is that next Monday is when I'm gonna be starting a reaction to K-pop stuff for the whole week. So that's the soonest you can expect a reaction to their B-side, but it's probably not gonna happen on Monday anyway. And yeah, before we end this video though, I just want to give a huge thanks to my first and currently only patron on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. If you want to join them in supporting me over on my Patreon or on my recently created Ko-fi account, because that is also a thing, and for those of you who don't know what Ko-fi is, it's essentially like Patreon, the main difference being that on Patreon, you subscribe to a tier and you get perks for supporting your favorite creators, while on Ko-fi, it's more like no strings attached, one-time donation. So if you prefer that over long-term support, you can go to Ko-fi, because also for Ko-fi, if you donate to me from there, I think the website doesn't take any cut. At least I'm under that impression. I don't know whether that's the case or not, but when you want to support me, you can go to Ko-fi or Patreon. Both of the links are in the description. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and support me for the stories that I do or for my YouTube videos. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!